I'm not sure of the character clause, though, Curt. I thought the character clause had to do with when you played. I don't know.
I thought it did.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, that Bonds and Clemens and their character and what it did to the game, you didn't do anything that harmed the game. You're saying comments now that have nothing to do with your baseball career. It's you as a person. How is that attached to your baseball career and baseball character? That's what I'm curious.
I would tell you that the things that matter in my life, I think, say far more about me than they do than the media does. I won the Roberto Clemente Award, the one award I wanted to win during my baseball career, the Branch Rickey Award. All of the awards I won for the off-the-field stuff I did were much more important to me than anything else because they told people more about who I was than what I did. And at the end of the day, I wanted to win an award that you didn't have to pitch for because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives and at the time and place as a player when I could. And I feel like we tried to do that. We could have done more, absolutely. Who couldn't? But that's the way the world works, and it's why I told you this. I think you might have been the first person I ever told this. I have never lost and will never lose 1 second of sleep over this because I've met, and a couple weeks ago I said something that I don't want to retract, but I want to clarify. And I was talking about the fact that some of the worst scumbags I've ever met are writers. That's clearly the minority. There are so many good people. Even you as a liberal, you're kind of a good guy. I mean, but I played with some really, really bad people, and I watched Bill Conlon get inducted into get the Fort C. Frick Award, who was a pedophile. I watched people who I know were really, really bad people be lauded as being good people. But that's everywhere, and that's everything. But for me to be concerned about those people passing judgment on my character, nah, I'm not going to worry about that. I can't control that, and it's a process I have no control over. It's a process humans are involved in, so there's going to be bias. You expect there to be bias, and writers have made no qualms about it. Listen, Bill Conlon told me to my face, and here's the other thing, Dan. I called them out for it. When people did stupid stuff, when they would embarrass people on my team, or they would try to write something about me that wasn't true, I would call them out in the clubhouse and embarrass them the way they embarrassed me. I didn't have a problem, and I think that's why a lot of them didn't like me. But Bill Conlon once told me he did not vote for Nolan Ryan because if Don Sutton didn't get in unanimously, then Nolan Ryan didn't deserve to either.
Oh my gosh!
And he's not the only one.
Would you vote for Manny? Would you vote for Manny Ramirez?
I would not vote for anybody that cheated. So no.
But this is what I'm trying to figure out, Curt, as we move forward, because we're moving forward, and you're going to have guys who are known steroid users get in.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a line of demarcation, a Mason-Dixon line that says a before and after testing, and if you tested positive or anybody who tests positive from now on, you're automatically not eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame? Like what?
But that's the thing. The Hall of Fame isn't run by MLB.
I know. I know.
And your line of demarcation is whatever you want it to be. Again, I can't remember, was it George King, the writer in New York, who didn't vote for Pedro for the MVP that one year?
Yep.
And he said, I don't vote for pitchers.
Yep.
Well, he had voted for Mario Rivera, and he did so again.
Yep.
Your personal line of demarcation is whatever you want it to be, and that's fine. There are no solid guidelines to this, so there's going to be bias. And think about the fact that Trevor Hoffman missed by 5 votes yesterday, and you look at some of the people that got 1 vote, it's embarrassing. They use, and that's one of my dogs. Apologize. Really? You're stop. Shut up.
Sounded like a liberal there.
But it did. That was my little dog Hillary. But so you don't worry about it. You just let that be and let it do. I keep saying this has been a great teaching moment for my kids in the sense that they know me. They know who I am and what I'm all about. And so when someone calls me a racist and my youngest son goes, I don't understand how someone can do that. What have you said? And I said, listen, and I tell them what my dad told me. When you leave the house at 18, the word fair goes out the window. Don't be cynical, but the world's not looking to be fair to you. And so there are things that are said about me. Here's the thing, Dan. You've known me for 20 years. Do you think in any way, shape, or form I'm a racist?
I don't know you well enough off the field, but there's nothing that led me to believe that you are, but I don't know that.
22 years in the game. If I was a racist, if I was John Rocker, do you not think, as much as I talk, that somebody somewhere would have heard me say something racist?
Probably, but my point is that I think you're a Hall of Fame pitcher. I don't think it's fair that they have these comments, even though I don't agree with most of your comments. It still wouldn't. It doesn't affect me. And what I saw in a big game, whether it was with Philadelphia or Arizona, with Boston, you're on the short list of guys I would hand the ball to. And I don't think it's fair that your character now is attached to your baseball character, your baseball career.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.